Yo, what's the deal? I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while. You know, life and work has been going on for the most part, but that's not important. The important thing is that I finally got some of the parts that I've been waiting for from Japan. I've been waiting for a couple months now. Well, I've had them on me for a couple months now, since prior of me waiting for these parts to arrive to me. I just haven't had any time to make a video, or dedicate time to make video or install parts on the S2000. I'm not gonna lie, I did do some stuff, very little things, like very little cosmetic enhancements, so to speak, on the S2000 off camera. Stuff that it may not be worth recording, I guess, for the most part, but I will show that off on a different video. But this video is totally dedicated on another, like, I would say a major interior mod that I've been wanting to do on the S2000 for quite some time, and some people have pointed it out to me in some of the prior videos that I've done, making comments about it regarding the steering wheel. So before, I've always said that I wasn't really thinking about doing a quick release setup, for that matter, because I wanted to stay OEM. If anything, I was really looking for a CR steering wheel, because I do believe the CR steering wheel, the stitching has yellow stitching on it, and I kind of wanted to keep it OEM for the most part. I just wanted a new steering wheel. I kind of missed that boat when they did have them in stock, and yeah, and I'm not gonna pay over $1,000 for the steering wheel, especially for the CR steering wheel. And honestly, it's not, for me. I don't see it worth it that much, to be honest. Even though it is an OEM part, and S2000 parts, well, OEM S2000 parts are getting really hard to come by, for the most part. Yeah, I was not gonna spend that much for a steering wheel, I'm just being honest. So the other alternative was always the quick release setup, but I've always told myself, if I'm gonna do a quick release setup, it would definitely have to be this particular setup, absolutely no exceptions. And yeah, and I finally got my hands on the setup, so I'm gonna show off the parts that I have for it right now. I got the Works Bell, the Rapfix GTC tilt hub, and this one is in black. I have not opened this since I gotten it. It's been sitting here. It's nice and sealed, so I do not know the condition of this, but we're gonna check it out. And also, not only that, I also got the short hub. The short hub for this is also Works Bell. This is part number. I don't know if this one has a part number. It does show like a little part number right here, but I'm not sure if that's it. These come in two colors in particular. As you can see here, this is a silver. I decided to go black, which looks great on there, but I'm pretty sure it says black and silver right here in Japanese. And part number, I guess serial number, if that helps. I don't know. You guys know that I love putting the part numbers in case you guys decide to do the same modification as well. And also for the steering wheel, I got possibly one of the few of the last Mugen steering wheels, which is this one. This is the Steering Wheel Racing 3, and this is the suede. So this is my first time actually seeing this, and actually getting a feel for it. Again, I haven't opened any of these. I haven't checked them at all. So this is first reaction of parts. As you can see, that has the horn button, the Mugen horn button right there. Which oh, and another thing too, almost forgot. I also decided to get the NSX Type R Red H horn button as well to go along with this whole setup. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna want to do the Mugen horn button, because I'm gonna be honest, like it does look a little generic. It kind of looks like the bootleg horn buttons that you see on eBay and stuff like that. I've never really like been a big fan of this horn button. I feel like they could have, well, if King or Mugen is like cares to listen, I think it would be cool if they just leave the flag logo instead. Because I don't know, or maybe the kanji, is this kanji or hiragana? Katakana, I guess the Japanese kanji, let's just say that. I don't know, one of the two. But I mean, it's not bad, but it's just very generic. Very generic, I'll say that. And yeah, so let's look at the steering wheel. Ooh, okay. Oh, I thought there was some scuffs on here. Smells good. I love the smell of fresh parts. As you can see, power. And this is steering wheel made by Momo. Let's see if I can get the glare. There we go. Made by Momo. And wow. Made in Italy. Steering wheel. Oh, it feels nice. I wonder if, like right now, it feels like this steering wheel is a lot bigger than the OEM steering wheel, but I'm not sure. I'll have to be in the seat and do a comparison of how it feels. It doesn't feel bad, but it does seem a lot bigger, or it might be the same size actually. Maybe that's just me, but I like it. I like it. It feels nice. Very high quality. As you know, many JDM parts, especially Mugen parts, always high quality parts. So definitely can't wait to put this on. And obviously the instructions, some of the instructions in Japanese. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything that you would probably need to do an install like this. I'm gonna open this little piece right here. I've been really wanting to look at this hub more than anything. All right. So I just want to look at the hub. I'm not gonna like break down everything that's inside of it right now, because until like I get around to installing it, because it looks like a lot of pieces they're piece sandwich in here. No, but these are obviously like the ground rings, I guess, for the horn and all that stuff. I'm just gonna set this aside for a little bit. What I really want to see is this. You got a lot of foam in here. This hub right here. Here are the bolts, and then here's a tilt mechanism, very shiny. Works bell right here. Feels good. It feels good. It feels really good. Here's a little switch to tilt it. Oh, okay. Oh, it definitely has like some resistance. For some reason, like I don't know why, but when I see this in pictures, it doesn't seem like it would have like that oomph, you know, like. Oh, I caught my finger. It feels very sturdy, very like has some good resistance. I'm very happy about that. Oh, has a nice snap to it. I'll do that again because it feels good. Oh yeah, definitely can't wait. There we go. And the cables, the ground cables for the horn and all the other accessories and stuff. So at least we know this is in good condition. The short hub has a lot of little wires right here, little ground wires. There's a connector, a short hub. Okay, so yeah, so one thing for sure, it's like this plastic, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's a flexible plastic. It's a very bendy plastic. From what I've read on the forums, some people have to cut this part right here so it can sit flush to the steering column when you install it. Has like an indicator right here. This is where it's gonna face, like, you know, 12 o'clock, and it has a gap right here so you can put the cables on the steering column. I guess these are the bolts for the, I want to say these are little screws for the steering wheel. Probably not, maybe just for the hub, more than likely. Looks like it. And yeah, so everything looks like it's in good shape, that's great, which I wasn't doubting, because usually every product that I've gotten from Japan is packaged right. It has everything inside, but you never know. Always want to double check. So far everything's looking good. This horn button made by Momo. You can see the marking up here. So it's probably, let's see. It's a little bit different. Okay, so this is the Mugen. And this is the Type R, NSX Type R horn button. And as you can see, these are different. I hope it doesn't give me an issue when it comes to installing the horn. Doesn't seem like it would, but you never know. Oh, and also, just by looking at it, as you can see on the Mugen one, this top piece right here is a lot thicker, and it sits a little bit higher than the Type R horn button. I don't know if that's going to be an issue when installing it, but I hope it isn't. And one thing I do want to note is that this horn button right here, it has kind of like a bronze gunmetal tint to it. It's kind of like hard to tell like on camera, but it's not silver. It's kind of like a little bit bronze, like a bronze gunmetal. It looks pretty cool. Definitely looks pretty cool. But yeah, so it's been a while since I've actually installed one of these, to be honest. Actually, if I'm being completely honest, the quick release that I had on my EP3 years back was actually installed by a friend. He actually did the installation. I kind of like helped him a little bit. That one was an NRG quick release setup with a Nardi steering wheel. But this is like full, you know, Japanese part, JDM part, work spell, short, hub, and quick release tilt. So it should be a little bit straightforward. Usually these type of things have its little quirks and stuff along with the install. But yeah, like hopefully it shouldn't be too bad, but you never know. So yeah, let's get started on this install. Okay, so as you can see, my steering wheel, I guess the leather or whatever material this steering wheel is made of has been peeling, and this is like years of, this is stock, the OEM steering wheel. Never been changed. Ever since I've owned it, it was kind of like a little patch, and then over time it just became into this. As you can see, it's been time. I seen somebody in the comments ask me if I want to wrap the steering wheel. Honestly, it is a good idea, and maybe as a side project I might consider it, since the steering wheel might be just sitting there from now on. But I don't know, I just never liked the bulky or the thick look of the steering wheel after it's been wrapped. That's the only reason I never considered it to begin with. But I mean, it does look nice when done right, and if with good material on top of that. But I don't know, I just never bothered with it. That's the only reason I kept the steering wheel like this for so long. But that's gonna obviously change. So yeah, so before we start doing anything, as far as disconnecting the steering wheel, like especially if this is your first time, you already know there's an airbag on there, so definitely gonna have to disconnect the battery first and foremost and have that disconnected. So yeah, once you disconnect the battery, then you can start taking apart the steering wheel. All right, so once you already have the battery disconnected, I hope this is like the best angle I can show you guys. So the next step is obviously going to be taking the steering wheel off. There's like these little covers for the steering wheel. Like, I would have to say, one thing that you guys should do before you start taking this apart is just making sure the steering wheel is straight as possible, or where it may seem straight on the car. And if it's not straight, you might have to do a alignment on it if that steering wheel is not straight. Yep, so that's one. They should have a little slit so you can poke the trim off for the most part, and it should be a Torx. So it's going to be this. Let's see if I can get the size. The T30 Torx bit to remove the side airbag, the bolts for the airbag. And over here, there's gonna be this little connector for the airbag. To disconnect that, just give it a good look. As you can see here, you can disconnect this by pressing up on it, I believe. Like sliding it upwards, or is it downwards? Move the clip up and then just slide it outwards. Should disconnect fairly easy. You don't have to press on anything, you just slide it up. All right, so I dropped one of the screws inside of the steering wheel. Yeah, so now that you have the airbag disconnected, it should come out fairly easy once you disconnect both screws. They're held on by these two brackets right here. So I'm gonna throw that screw in there. Now the steering wheel is exposed, and now we have to remove this bolt right here. And I think we have to disconnect this as well. Oh yeah, this part right here. Hold on. And then disconnect the cruise control, and then this should be able to come off with the steering wheel once it's disconnected. Okay, so once you disconnect the cruise control, now you get a 14 socket with a ratchet, and you break off the bolt. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm just gonna hold it with my knees since I have no one else to help me. And I'm just gonna break the bolt loose. There we go. Just try to keep the steering wheel nice and straight while you do this. And after you break loose the bolt, just unscrew a little bit of it, because sometimes the steering wheel is gonna be on there. Just give it a good smacks. You see how that came loose? Just make sure the steering wheel is straight one last time. And then since the wheel is already broken loose, it should come off after you remove this bolt. All right, so there's that bolt. Put in the cup holder, and then the steering wheel should come off. Just be careful with these wires. Don't pinch them or anything. Just slide them off. Remove this. Oh, I think I was supposed to remove these little screws on the cruise control as well. Two little Phillips, two little screws for the cruise control. Let's try to see if I can snake this out somehow. All right, so the steering wheel is off. As you can see, the connectors are hanging. So this is the horn. The black one is the horn, the gray one is the cruise control, and this is the airbag connector. And now we're gonna take out the instructions and see what's good with these connectors. So I don't know which one is which, to be quite honest, but we're gonna figure out somehow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this piece right here, because from what I've seen on the pictures is on the forums, they cut this piece so it can sit flush. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it with a razor. Hopefully I don't cut it too short, but we'll see. All right, so I ended up trimming one of the ridges right here. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but it kind of did look a little semi-hack job. I'm not really proud of this too much, and I'm kind of like a little iffy because it looks terrible on this end. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it looks terrible. But here's that little ring that I had to cut off, and now there is an indicator right here. It's a very small dot indicator, I guess, for the center. And before you put this hub piece on, slide these connectors in. That way you can just pull them towards you. Try to center this little spinning piece right here before you actually, like, well, I don't know if it matters too much, but I try to center it as best as I can. Then I'm gonna grab this bolt right here, hand tighten it. Now it says 22 foot-pounds of torque. I do not have the torque wrench, so this is gonna be the tricky part on what is considered tight. Okay, so I'm taking a gamble here, and I do not have a torque wrench for this, so I'm going to just tighten it enough where I feel like it might be at spec. I didn't over tighten it too much. I have read on the forums that supposedly these hubs tend to crack if they're
if they're over tightened, but if you do have a torque wrench, you should tighten it at 22 foot-pounds or 23 foot-pounds. Okay, so on this next step, you're gonna use this connector that's provided to you in this bag. These are the extra connectors, and I don't know what these are for, to be honest, but these are for the airbag. So one of these connectors is gonna go to plugged into this one, I believe. Just gonna go to this one. I hope I don't mess it up or anything. From this angle, this black side goes to this side, to the yellow cable, and this one goes to the green cable. Okay, so that's when you connect this connector to the SRS. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way you put it. It should be okay. Only connector that isn't gonna have anything plugged into it is the gray connector, which is the cruise control, and this is the horn right here that still needs to be connected. So you're once you're on this step for the tilt hub, there's gonna be two connectors, a red and a black one. So there's a loose red connector that you're gonna have to use from the short hub. I believe it, yeah, it comes in the short hub. So you're gonna plug this to this one. I guess it's like an extension. So what I did is I just moved the rubber out the way so I can give it a more of a snug, secure connect into each other. So it should be like this. And then this red wire connects to the horn, which goes in like that. And then this black wire connects to the sandwich plate, which goes in like that. We connected like so. And you can remove the little rubber boot if you want. So, oh God, I did something wrong here. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me get this on here. Move that around. And let me plug this back in. There we go. And then try to stuff all these wires in as best as you can. And this is the little tricky part right here, is trying to get the screws to go on there. All right, try to hold this in place. Okay, once you already have the wires tucked in, now you can hand tighten the screws to the hub as best as you can. This is like pretty hard to do since these bolts are like really small. So you're gonna use the bolts that are provided to you in the quick tilt. This is the most annoying part of it all, is this part. Maybe I have to tilt it upwards so it can be easier. Screw in all these little small bolts. The easiest way to do this is literally trying to hand tighten all the bolts as much as you can possible until you can actually reach it with this little Allen wrench that they provide you. Try to make sure you line the holes up with this little ring right here, the ground ring, as best as you can, where you can where it won't move, so you can line the holes up for these little bolts right here, because it gets kind of annoying trying to accommodate those wires in the back, and then also, you know, trying to have this screw in all the way, especially with just try to do it as much as you can with your fingers. That way you don't have to be rotating this little Allen wrench as much as you can, because this takes a while. You see these little slots, you can slide that little Allen wrench in here. Give it a couple spins through the holes, tighten it as much as you can. You won't be able to reach the very bottom one because you have to tilt the wheel upwards, but by then it'll be nice and tight, so you don't have to worry about the tilt wiggling around while you're tightening this. So you tighten these as much as you can by hand, as much as possible, and that should be it. I'm gonna test out the horn, plug in the battery, and then just test out see if the horn works. Because if it doesn't, then that means something might be wrong, and I might have to connect something. Disconnect or connect something. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, for this next part right here, there's two connectors. There's a red one for the horn, and the black one for the ground. So with this hub, it came with two sandwich plates. One for the hub, to connect to the hub and the sensors and all that, and this one is for the horn. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna line up the ground with with this, and then I'm gonna test out the horn right here. This should make it beep. Maybe once everything's connected. Okay, so I believe after this sandwich plate, there's a oops. God damn. Okay, so after the sandwich plate right here, you, I guess, try to have this, there's this ring inside the hub that you have to take out and connect to the horn. And here, I'm gonna show you. So this ring right here has a lip on it. So I guess just place the horn button. You got to take the little ring out so it can snap into place like that. You're gonna snap the little ring out of the horn. That way it could look like this, and then you could seat it to the steering wheel like so, and then just center it as best as you can like that. And then after that, you can plug in the horn. Oops. Oh, God. And I believe once it makes contact, it should beep. Yep. So this ring is supposed to go through. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this video with recording on my phone, only because I was over here battling with the horn. As far as like having it connected and grounded to the thing. As you can see, there's like a little bit of gap. I don't even know if that's should be like that. I just been having a hard time trying to set the horn to it works now, but because there's this like ring with a lip on it, and this whole entire time I thought I was like putting it in wrong or had it in the right position, because it has this gap, so the little prong that sticks out with the sandwich ring, so it could make contact in order for the horn to work. I guess I put it backwards, so I took the steering wheel apart and installed it, and now the horn works, but the horn isn't sitting flush for some reason, which is kind of annoying. And yeah, so I think I got it right, but I might have to reset it again, or reseat it, because I've been battling with this this thing for almost like an hour and a half or so. And but yeah, like, there is the steering wheel. It's really tight, and it kind of makes the dash go up a little bit, but there it is. So no contact with the horn. So obviously, see, look, I think I might have cut it too much right here. I think I messed it up on this part, cutting that extra ring. I don't think it was necessary, but oh well, it's gonna have to be like that regardless. I guess, like, whenever I'll pop it up, I just have to be like very like so. But there it is. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and then I'm gonna get better shots. Okay, so after messing with the ground ring and the little sandwich, the ground sandwich ring as well, I finally managed to get the steering wheel button as flush as possible. I literally had to like turn the little sandwich ring prong this way, facing this way, and somehow it, like, you know, the little horn button like snugged into place finally. Yeah, I mean, overall, besides that, the little horn thing, that's pretty much it. And yeah, now I'm definitely about to clean up, because that was killing me right there, not having the horn button sit flush to the steering wheel. But now it's done, so